News. With Yisa Var.
Aloha Big Island. I'm Yisa Var reporting Big Island Weekly's news for the week of May 26th. The impact of the Gulf Coast oil spill on Hawaii, and the rest of the world for that matter, still remains unknown, but some speculate it could have an effect on Hawaii conservation efforts, research projects, local fishing, and even Hawaii tourism. To read how the oil spill may impact Hawaii, read this week's Big Island Weekly. If Neil Abercrombie becomes governor next year, it will be with the help of thousands of dollars from donors who thought they were giving money to congressional races in other states. Meanwhile, thousands of dollars given to Abercrombie's congressional campaign fund have ended up in the campaign funds of other politicians. To follow the money trails, read Alan McNary's article in this week's Big Island Weekly. If you live in Hawaii, virtually everything you see in your house and in your garage got here on a boat. Barges arrive in every port on every island on a regular basis, bringing everything from cars to toilet paper in a fluid operation that runs pretty much like clockwork. To read about the business and challenges of tugboats, check out this week's Big Island Weekly. For the 5th year in a row, the Hilo Intertribal Powwow will celebrate the culture and traditions of Native Americans with the Big Island community. Liz DeRoche, who with her husband Troy DeRoche organizes the event each year, said the powwow is a chance for people to see and learn about the connections and common bonds between Native American and Native Hawaiian people. The event encourages everyone to learn about their own culture and the cultures of others, she added. The powwow happens on May 29th, 30th, and 31st at Wailoa River State Park. The powwow begins at 9 a.m. on all 3 days and ends at 6 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday and at 4 p.m. on Monday. Poetic phrases echoed through the Paho'ahai Gym as its own slam poets released their emotions in an artful performance on May 13th. Youth Speaks is a nationally recognized organization sponsoring teen poets and the spoken word educational movement.
Run and do with what you will, but there's some powerful stuff that comes about from this work. We got a couple of rules with Youth Speaks. It may sound funny, but Jocelyn, please lead the way.
Is yourself. So don't compare yourself to each other, because I can't write like you, or you, or you, or you, and you can't write like Lil Wayne or Drake. We don't want you to be that. We want you to be yourself, because we all have our stories to tell. So, with that said, number 2, there are no wrong answers. So, if you're going to think 2 + 2 equals 2 each face, and you speaks, then 2 + 2 equals 2 each face, and you speaks.
And it works. So long as you're trying to express yourself, there's no wrong way to do that. If you think that 2 + 2 equals man, my foot hurts and I hate this class, fine. But just write it down. You know what I mean?
And then number 3, participation is key. So, this is in a classroom. You don't have to raise your hand to talk, just shout. In a organized chaos, we want to hear your voice. We want to hear what you have to say. We want to hear every idea, opinion, thought, whatever's going through your head, we want to hear it.
So, we're going to share some with you right now.
Okay. So, I go to a community college in Oahu, and for my language course, I took sign language. And this poem was inspired by a conversation I had with my professor. There is this melody the ocean conducts, pushing and pulling the tides like orchestra strings. I can feel each and every note float past my eardrums as if they were swimming past destiny. And I wonder if Christine can hear it. See, Christine is my sign language teacher, deaf within her lobe too small to catch a single note. She teaches me and my classmates how to speak without using our vocal cords, our tracheas, our tongues. Like, we've become so immune, so accustomed, so conditioned to using our voices that we forget what perfect sounds like. She teaches us everything from the A, B, C's, and 1, 2, 3s to simple introductions like saying hello. My name is Jocelyn. It's nice to meet you. To colors and states, to things you like, to things you don't like, to saying I'm sorry, to telling someone I love you. So one day I asked her, Chrissy, Do you ever wonder what music sounds like? She simply replies with words like, I'm going to write this poem, make this pen bleed onto this page, make these signs translate into something more than just words. She says, no, I can feel the music. She said she could feel it. And from that moment, I want to know what that means. I want to feel the music, the melody, the orchestra, the strings, the simple tick-tock, beatbox. Hello, dear. This is music. I want to feel each and every onomatopoeia you can think of. Breathe into my flesh, like the alphabet, like vowels, like every A, E, I, O, U. And sometimes why do I find myself wanting to become the harmony, the melody, the vibrations that I wish I could feel? See, the truth is, Christine, I wish I could put myself into your shoes. Experience the music like you do. See, I tried to put my hands over my ears, but it just doesn't feel the same. So could you tell me what it feels like? What the music feels like? Like what tracing your fingers on harp strings caress your mind into a dream. Do songs run up the back of your neck every time lyrics braid themselves around your spine? Does the melodic strikes of a percussion remind you of the rhythms of your own heartbeat? Does the cry of a symphony feel like an earthquake rumbling beneath the soles of your feet? And would you dance to the disaster? Can you sing with your hands? Can your palms feel the difference between black and white, like violin bows, like piano keys, like major and minor, like F flat and G sharp? Does music feel like a tsunami crashing into your eardrums, like sound waves? Like would you swim with its currents? Or would you drown in your own undertow? Because I have heard that there is this melody the ocean conducts, pushing and pulling the tides like orchestra strings, and I wish I could feel it like Christine.
Youth Speaks Hawaii representatives accompanied Truth to Youth to inspire area teens. They led workshops in slam poetry in January at Kale High and this past month at Poa High School. To read more about slam poetry, read this week's Big Island Weekly. At the tender age of 18, Jesse Tunnison can say he has a feature-length film under his belt. Volcano resident Tunnison wrote, directed, and filmed the soon-to-be-released movie RX, premiering May 27th at the Palace Theater in Hilo. RX premieres at Hilo's Palace Theater May 27th at 6:30 p.m. and serves as the kickoff event for the Film Production and Digital Media Conference on Saturday, May 29th from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. on the UH Hilo campus. For more information, read my report in this week's Big Island Weekly. The Brothers Casimiro are coming once again to close the Kahilo Theater Foundation season on Saturday, June 5th at 8 p.m. Tickets may be ordered by calling the box office at 885-6868 Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Tickets to the evening performances are $40 and $45. For the second time, Captain Cook resident Angelina Lovato will undertake a 240-mile trek in support of Hawaii Island's special needs children. Last year, her marathon journey began June 8th, mid-morning after a kickoff assembly attended by students and faculty at Konawaina Elementary, where Lovato works as a reading tutor. 12 days later, she returned to the school at about the same time of day to a warm welcome. This year, Lovato plans to keep up the same pace beginning May 27th and walking 20 miles per day. Make donations online by visiting Lovato's website, specialneedskidshawaii.org. Ahu'ena Heao Inc. is seeking the community support to help gather another 100,000 yellow or brown tea leaves to refurbish the revered Ahu'ena Heao in Kailua Kona. Yellow or brown tea leaves may be dropped off daily between now and Sunday, June 6th at King Kamehameha's Kona Beach Hotel. Go to the hotel's security guard shack at the entrance to the parking lot for instructions on where to drop off the tea leaves. Those wanting to volunteer to prepare the tea leaves are encouraged to call Kalea Villacourt at 808-331-6339 for specific dates and times. And that concludes this week's Big Island Weekly News for the week of May 26th. Check us out at BigIslandWeekly.com, YouTube, Facebook, MySpace, and Twitter. Pick up a print edition of Big Island Weekly at many locations island-wide. Mahalo for watching, and we'll see you next week.